Wehwehneh is creating jobs for our First Nations. We're hoping to create opportunity for entrepreneurs. We're looking to expand housing, obviously, for our young people who are pursuing their post-secondary education, along with families in Winnipeg. We're trying to be an example for all major projects and all projects really across the country about how you include First Nations, Indigenous people in major projects like the one that we have at Wehwehneh. We've been working very hard to build a First Nations workforce. 667 members from our First Nations, 72,000 labor hours spent on this project. SCO is transforming this project into the gold standard for all of Canada.
I'm Baron Colin Kekiwash Jr. from Sandy Bay First Nation. Everybody just calls me Bear. I'm a foreman of the demo crew. Right now we're in the process of smashing things, right? So that part's fun. I can see the guys enjoy that.
I am Michelle McKay, Peguis First Nation. I'm a laborer here. I was looking for employment. My dad's a red seal carpenter, and then my brother also works here too. So they were both telling me they're looking for workers, and I fell in love with it day one.
Jerry Gabriel dus Nikas, Scannen Manitoba Donji. Son child is Nikas in Soto Asian Kate Kizis of Onji. I'm happy to be here working with asbestos removal, which is a type 2 that I do, especially with my own people working in this construction site. Growing up, I was rich with love. In 2016, I was the first Aboriginal to graduate as a construction safety officer. So I filled out the app, and next thing you know, I got hired, and I've been working ever since.
My name is Roberta Campbell, and I come from Pasquia Cree Nation. Well, I was a stay-at-home mom for some years. I took a carpentry program, and then I heard about this project through my instructor. Their priority is like hiring Indigenous people, providing free training to people who want to learn. I just started as a general laborer, and I'm a skid steer operator now. It feels good, it feels good to come into work every day and work with a lot of Indigenous peoples.
There are people from my reserve who are working here, so that's nice. The humor is good because we all understand the same internal jokes that would be on our reserve. A lot more of those big laughs. Anybody who grew up here downtown Winnipeg, they remember the Bay. I think most people would just be walking through to get to the next bus stop on Graham. Just a store selling expensive perfume, fancy clothes, which wasn't for me growing up, right?
There's like a lot of memories here from when I was a little girl. I think around 3 years old, I remember my parents bringing me here. This was the it place.
Down the road, we get to have something for us and our people, but at the same time, provide a job.
Our bosses and our foremans and supervisors, they're very helpful.
Me working here with all these people, it brings me a lot of happiness because it's not very often that you see our people working together like this. And for Southern Chiefs to give us that opportunity to work together is very amazing. And I thank them so much.
You can probably ask any Northern Reserve, they don't like coming to the city. I'm hoping that us having a place like this where everyone speaks their language, it would be more comfortable for them and maybe they'd be more accepting to come here.
It's more than just coming to work every day, I think, now for me. So Indigenous people can have access to daycare so they can pursue their education. I hope to be here till the very end.
I'm wearing this button-up shirt. I'm trying to take up the style of my grandfather. Maybe I stand up because I want to stand like he did. And I can't help but feel that they are watching me and seeing what I'm doing.
It's gonna bring a big part of downtown alive again. I think it's gonna help us all, knowing in the future that I was here and I had a part of it. It warms my heart.
Well, that was a beautiful, beautiful video. Thank you to everyone who helped put that together and for your work. Every one of our workers here you have standing with us. Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to start by thanking our Creator for another beautiful day, for blessing us, blessing our families. Bonjour, Patakiapi. Ogimama Kodish Nakaz Gagunushti Abdunji. Banasi Dudim. My name is Jerry Daniels. I'm from Long Plain First Nation. I'm the Grand Chief for the Southern Chiefs Organization, representing 32 First Nations from the Dakota and Anishinaabe nations. I want to just take a moment to ask for a moment of silence to remember the people who've lost their lives to violence. I want to thank those who've supported and helped to find our women who were lost at the landfill site. Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron. Thank you to those who stood up in the face of the ignorance that had occurred in this province, and so we really want to acknowledge the strength of those who really supported those families. Thank you to the Pipestone Dakota Drum Group. I want to recognize Margaret Swan. Thank you for that prayer. And also acknowledge Terry Duguid, the Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change, Canada. Thank you, Terry, for being here. And Deputy Mayor Markus Chambers. We've built a good relationship over a number of years. Thank you for being here. I want to acknowledge our Youth Chief, Trishelle Bunn, who's also joined us here today. Wish her well on her election as well, coming up in Birdtail. I want to also acknowledge Chief Brown, who's sitting at the drum over there. He's with many of his drummers from the Pipestone Dakota Drum Group, and thank you for being here, Chief. The Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn project is marking a major construction milestone. On March 14th, construction began on the tower crane, as some of you have seen outside, and was operational on March 18th. This is a significant advancement in the transformative redevelopment of the former Hudson's Bay in downtown Winnipeg. The installation of this tower crane is more than just a construction milestone. It is a symbol of progress, reconciliation, and the new future for this historic building and a new future for Winnipeg. We are reclaiming this space and transforming it into something that reflects First Nations values, our strengths, and aspirations for a better future for our young people and those who are here now. The tower crane, which stands as a visible sign of the transformation the city is undergoing and transforming the skyline of Winnipeg, is approximately 190 feet tall and 19 stories, with a lift capacity of 11,000 pounds. That is a 4 feet diameter, with drilled directly into the bedrock and capped with over 70 cubic meters of concrete of construct to the base. The tower crane will facilitate the structural work required to repurpose the 650,000 square foot heritage building that we are in now. As construction moves forward, the project remains a beacon of First Nations empowerment, urban renewal, and a downtown revitalization. Over the past 24 months of work has continued to progress on this project. Most of the work has been the interior demolition and remediation that has not been seen by the public. The installation of this tower crane is a powerful symbol of progress. This project is about economic empowerment, creating opportunity, and bringing new life to the heart of Winnipeg, in Treaty 1 territory. Every beam lifted into place is another step toward a brighter, more inclusive future. This project represents a bold vision for reconciliation, urban renewal, and economic empowerment. Once completed, Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn, meaning it is visible in Anishinaabe, will feature 373 housing units, 200 affordable housing units for First Nation citizens, office and retail spaces to foster First Nations entrepreneurship. The project has continued to evolve from its conceptual design to now a fully priced and executable design. Throughout this journey, the program has evolved into now including 373 residential units, while still offering certain commercial, retail, and a number of cultural spaces. That's about a 40% increase from the original announcement that we made here. The total redevelopment budget for Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn is currently sitting at $310 million. This is attributed to a combination of increasing accurate budgeting, evolution of design, and pricing since the general contractor has been confirmed. Additionally, supply chain pressures, inflation, and tariff threats on construction materials, plus heritage building upgrades, structural reinforcements, and modern energy efficiency standards have all contributed to the current budget. Based on the latest construction schedule, this project is set to be completed in the second quarter of 2028. Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn will create social and economic opportunity, revitalizing the former HBC building while preserving its important heritage and helping to revive Winnipeg's downtown core. The project will create significant long-term employment, including more than 1 million working hours during the construction phase. Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn is creating social and economic opportunity and serving as an example of true economic reconciliation. The project is creating significant long-term employment for First Nation workers. With the help of Mi'kmaq Connect, which was created to help construction companies find skilled workers and fulfill their project needs, Indigenous employees made up 77% of the entire workforce of this project. 77%. There's no other project in the country that has that kind of a workforce from Indigenous nations. Working a total of more than 111,000 hours at the end of April 2025. These figures include 667 workers and nearly 73,000 hours from members of our nations that SCO represents. 667 workers from our nations doing 73,000 hours of work on this project alone. That is a true representation of what we want to see in this country. Thank you to our partners in multiple levels of government who are helping to revitalize this iconic building into a space that prioritizes First Nations culture, economic development, housing, and community services. With that, I say miigwech, pedamayedo, and thank you to all who have supported this project and for being here. Thank you to all the media. Miigwech.
Miigwech, Grand Chief. If you can stay here, men and women, we're going to sing an honor song for all of you that are here. So Chief Brown, Oh! Big Rich, Chief Brown and Pipes of Dakota for the honor song for the men and women that are working in this fantastic place. Apache, Big Rich. We're going to get on with the agenda. I just want to acknowledge a number of people. You know, the youth chief, Treshelle Bond from Birdtail Sioux, Chief Brown, of course, from Pipestone, Apache, Miigwech, Kibishan, Mama. We're going to continue with the agenda. I'm going to call on the Right Honorable Terry Duguid. I have to say, Wehwehneh Bahgahkinahgohn. He's a fellow that has been involved with our community for as long as I've known him, and he's our friend, he's our ally, and he works in our best interest. So I like to call on Minister Duguid, Minister Terry Duguid.
Well, good morning on this beautiful, beautiful day. I want to start by thanking Margaret Swan for that powerful and positive message to start us off in a good way. Her beautiful prayer, our drummers for those two beautiful songs, and it's great to see my longtime friend, Dr. Jerry Fontaine, former chief of Saugeen. I had the great honor of sharing a sweat with Chief Jerry at the time, with Elder Guimont. If you will remember, I was presented with an eagle feather, and it was one of the great honors of my life. So it's wonderful to see you again, Jerry, and thank you for emceeing today. And thank you to the leadership of SCO for bringing us to this day for the very exciting update. Again, the positivity that Margaret mentioned about our future, our shared future, and how this is going to contribute to reconciliation, downtown revitalization, and just again, so much positivity downtown. And a special thank you to Grand Chief Jerry Daniels for your leadership, for your partnership, for your friendship. I don't think we would be where we are today without the positive force you are for your communities, but for the wider community, for all of us. You bring people together, and you've also brought this place that has so memories back to life, and so we look forward to the future. But the biggest thank you should go to all the workers that were behind us a few moments ago, and just all of the work that they are doing. They're putting their hearts, their souls, their sweat into making this place new again, and we appreciate what they do. I was here, many of you were here in April 2022 when Prime Minister Trudeau came to see us and honor us with his presence and commit to this transformative project. And back then, as it is now, it wasn't just an announcement. It was about a commitment to reconciliation, to downtown renewal, and to creating real economic opportunities for Indigenous and the Government of Canada has committed $96 million to this important project to date. But beyond the numbers, this project represents something much bigger. It represents hope, it represents partnership and the power of working together. All levels of government, including Indigenous leadership and private sector partners, are united in ensuring this vision becomes a reality. The installation of this tower crane is more than just an engineering feat. It is a symbol of what's possible when we come together with a shared purpose. And so, thanks again for having me here today. Together, we are not just building a structure, we are building a future that is inclusive, vibrant, and truly visible to all. So thank you, Granjeev. Congratulations, and let's keep going. God bless. Miigwech.
Miigwech. I have trouble pronouncing that word as well. I'm a speaker, so there's. I mentioned to Terry before he came up that he should say Bahgahkinahgohn, and I think I'm mispronouncing it as well. Bahgahkinahgohn. But yeah, that's how I say it. Apparently, there was a discussion with between Margaret and Phil Fontaine, who was a speaker as well, about the pronunciation of the name. It's important. Names are important because the names have hold the spirit of what's being said. So when you, and I guess my teaching to Terry was, you can't, you know, you have to honor the name. So you have to say all of the name. It's like you just don't say, well, Minister Terry Duguid. So naming is really important because it carries the spirit of the people. Because from what I've been hearing, from what I've been told, this is economic reconciliation in action. So you know, I want to say miigwech to the Grand Chief, miigwech for the chiefs of the Southern Chiefs Organization for having that vision. That's our future. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the Deputy Mayor of Winnipeg, or Councillor Markus Chambers. I think that's how I address you. Miigwech. Sorry,
Good morning. Very honored to be here today representing the municipal government, His Worship Mayor Scott Gillingham, and my council colleagues. It's really a remarkable day when you look outside and you see cranes in the sky, and I'm not talking about the birds. I'm talking about the construction cranes that will work towards revitalizing our downtown, and it's great to see them transforming our skies, which means they're transforming our cities. I want to thank you for the land acknowledgement earlier and the drumming song. As sacred as it is, it's also high energy, and it's great to start these events with that type of energy here in our city. Downtown revitalization. The Wehwehneh project is a cornerstone of Winnipeg's downtown renewal, transforming the former Hudson's Bay building into a hub of culture, commerce, and community, and complementing the work on Portage Place just across the street. It's bringing new life to this historic space. We're not just about preserving a landmark, we're about redefining what downtown Winnipeg can be, a vibrant, inclusive, and welcoming place for all. This project aligns with the city's broader efforts to attract investment and grow our economy and ensure downtown remains a place where people want to live, work, and visit. It's building more housing, addressing Winnipeg's housing needs in terms of a priority, and this development will provide 373 housing units, including 200 affordable homes for First Nation citizens. Housing projects like this are a key to ensuring everyone in our city has access to safe and stable homes while supporting the economic and social well-being of each individual. Partnerships between Indigenous leadership, governments, and the private sector demonstrate what's possible when we come together to create a real solution for housing. And in terms of economic reconciliation, Wehwehneh is a model for economic reconciliation. With 76% of the workforce on this project being Indigenous, this development is building careers, capacities, and long-term prosperity for nations and citizens represented by the Southern Chiefs organization. How powerful was that statement that we just saw earlier of all of those Indigenous workers here, standing here, participating in the development of the Hudson Bay store. They can tell their children and grandchildren that they had a hand in building this space for years to come. This initiative shows how reconciliation and economic development can go hand in hand. It creates opportunities, strengthens partnerships, and ensures Indigenous voices and leadership are at the forefront of shaping our city's future. On behalf of His Worship, Mayor Scott Gillingham, and my council colleagues, I want to thank you, Jerry, for your vision and for the work that you've done and the Southern Chiefs organization in ensuring that Indigenous community is part of our city's growth going forward. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing the full build-out in 2028. I don't know if I'll be in elected office. We have an election in 2026. Hopefully I can come back as an elected individual and see the ribbon cutting for this beautiful, beautiful space that will be the Hudson's Bay and Wehwehneh. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Miigwech, Councillor Chambers. The life of a politician is always worried about, it's always about the next election. So I'm sure you'll be back, sir. I want to acknowledge a couple of chiefs that are here. My chief, the chief from Saging First Nation, Wehwehneh Fontaine, E.J. Fontaine is here. I also want to acknowledge Chief David Michis from Long Plain, who's standing back there. So that brings to a close this morning's activities. We're going to have, what? Oh yeah, Chief, I introduced him earlier, but I'll acknowledge Chief Raymond Brown again. That's the third time I've acknowledged him. So I'm making sure. Chief Brown. Anyways, miigwech for all of you being here this morning. And I just want to say in closing, miigwech shunia bunen, when this is all about economic reconciliation. And you know, if for reconciliation, our people are going to have to be involved in Anishinaabe. As Anishinaabe go, so does the province, and so goes the country. So governments, both levels of the government, well, three levels of the government have to know that. 4 levels of government. Thank you for correcting me, sir. All right, with that, there's going to be a photo opportunity, and once that's finished, we're going to send you off with a traveling song. All right?